No, we are not taking on more debt. We are smoothing the debts. You see, Olive, we have debt pressure already. You can't run away from it. The best thing to do is like you have a peak of a mountain. You dig it to level it so that it can be smooth. So what we are saying is, if you have so much debts falling due within a period of time, you can smooth it in a longer period of time.
All right. So
that is what we are doing. That is what we call liability management.
All right.
Because, again, we don't have that economic capacity to come. If we had maybe assets or we had gold, we would extract or sell assets and go and pay off the debts. But we don't have that luxury. So since we don't have the luxury, the best way to deal with debt is to manage the debt.
All right. And will the taxpayer feel it? Because I'm looking at the end of your statement here and you say this success means Kenya will spend less on interest, ease pressure on taxpayers and keep the economy stable while creating room to fund development such as roads, health and education.
When you spread a liability over a long period of time, even if you go to the bank and take a 10-year loan, the rate of payment and the servicing cost gets cheaper as opposed to if it is a 3-year loan. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I want to also mention this because I don't want to forget it. We are not just dealing with that. There are also more expensive debts, the syndicated loans. We had a loan with the TDB, which was falling due last month in September, and we paid 61 billion shillings. We wanted to refinance that loan, but because the interest rates that were being offered to us was higher than what we would accommodate, we decided to pay it off, and we paid off from domestic revenue. So as we speak, we successfully serviced the TDB loan, which fell due in September, 61 billion. So even as we deal with Eurobond, we are also dealing with other loans, and we are dealing with domestic debt. And I will tell you where we are is far much better than where we were last year.
All right. So how much debt there's a time there was a task force which was formed to look into the level of our debt, the amount of debt that we owe. Where are we at now?
There was no task force. Actually, because of the doubts that Kenyans had on our debt levels, even though the records for our debts is a public document, you just go to a website of the National Treasury and you will see the kind of debts that we have. And I would, if I knew that was a question that we were going to deal with, because today I came specifically on economic
CIPD.
planning.
All right, okay.
But again, I want to just mention that we decided to ask the Auditor General to come and do the audit, which she hasn't completed. Once she's done, and I can't put pressure on the Auditor General because that's an independent office. So once it is done, Kenyans will know publicly what is our level of indebtedness, or who do we owe money, and in how much, and how much is the servicing cost.